Don't ever go with the flow. Be the flow. And I don't need no middleman to talk to my
Ain't the
understand
so much better.
That's where we differ.
Yeah. Welcome to the We Differ Podcast, episode number 11 of the We Differ Podcast. I am your host, Shell456, alongside my beautiful, lovely, amazing co-host, E. This podcast is sponsored by We Differ Shop. We have great merch for you guys, hoodies, t-shirts. Check that out in the link below in the bio or wherever, description or whatever. But we're gonna get this podcast started. E, how you feeling?
I'm wonderful. How
What's
are you?
the vibes? Everything good?
I thought you were gonna forget to ask me. I was gonna straight come in. Well, I'm well. Well, how are you?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Everything straight. How was your week?
Tiresome. No. My week, it was full, very full,
Been busy?
very busy, but it's a good busy. I feel very productive, very proactive.
Good shit.
I've been getting everything done that I needed to get done.
Yeah.
I've been checking off the list.
That's an amazing way to start the week.
How was your week?
My week it's been straight. I've been doing a lot of things that I should have been done, like getting affairs in order that I should have been had locked away and taken care of. But like better late than never. So
But never late is better.
Yeah, facts. But this getting shit in order that I need to have to clear my path in certain business moves.
That is what's up. I just had to say that lyric, but not to diminish that you getting work done.
Yeah,
yes,
no doubt.
Get it done
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, and other things in this week, like just to speak on this real quick. I don't want to dwell on it because like the past is the past, but Donald Trump and his bullshit caused all them fucking fucks. You know what I mean? Like going to the Senate and like fuck shit up.
So
and that
funny.
like that shit is wild because if it was maybe we can stay on this for a second. If it was black folk, what do you think the outcome would have been? Us, Black Lives Matter, attempting to run into.
I mean, we already know what the end result would be. It would be so many more dead. But I think it's so funny how everyone has its own, like we have conspiracy theorists about this shit.
Yeah.
You got people who say what I think. They were privileged to not have been killed.
Yeah.
But I don't really. Honestly, this all is a joke. I mean, rest in peace to people who have lost their lives, and my heart goes out to those people who lost their families and friends. But it's a debacle. This shit is a joke.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But it feels good to be not emotionally attached to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was watching our people on the street, like. And even when we joined our people in the street, you know what I'm saying? We've been around marches and shit like that. I mean, the feeling is so much different. Now it's like, all right, yeah, what's on the next channel? We channel surfing. I'm not locked into this shit. Like, y'all assholes. Y'all look stupid.
And you know what's so crazy to me? All right, I'm not going to say who. Almost did.
You almost did.
Yes. Some people, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. But people say, oh, this is a conspiracy. It was like staged. Why didn't the officers react?
Yeah.
Hello? Like that right there tells you the privilege. And like to me, like I could be a whole activist out here. Yeah. So my mind automatically goes to, all right, they didn't get killed because they're black. But then you have like black people say it was staged. It was like, you don't see that the reason why they didn't get killed because of white privilege.
White
like
people.
This shit is just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I took out of this whole shit. I mean, I did not really give it much attention. I'm going to be 100% honest. I had to ask you what even happened.
Yeah.
Like what happened?
For sure. And the last thing before we get off of this shit is like the Twitter ban. Like how do I think that's funny as fuck. Like them just like taking away that man power. Like he's almost powerless right now. You know what I'm saying? Like with them taking away Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, he don't have any way to lead anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is just like it's kind of mind blowing that, you know, that they didn't do this shit before, or they didn't limit him before. It's like, okay, nigga, now you're not the president. Now we can do this.
Okay. The only thing
y'all could have been did the shit.
Disagree with you on is that nigga's a cockroach. He gonna find a way. He not.
But it's just not gonna be as easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Twitter's
he's
like
a cockroach.
platform.
Like he really is. He's gonna find a way. Motherfuckers still gonna follow him.
What I tell you earlier, I said Donald Trump in 2021 is gonna have the biggest fucking podcast in the world. He's gonna have the biggest podcast in the world, and that shit's gonna be like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, whatever floats your boat, finds your lost remote, man. We still rocking with Nip and YG. Fuck Trump. You're all right.
Donald Trump. That's on
Donald Trump too. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into these topics. We got some really good ones. All right. First topic on the list is knowing when to let go.
Okay, so
you want to explain?
I'll pose the question for you guys. Is there a time frame or an expiration date on dreams or a career change? So that can mean like, are you too old? Are you 40 and too old to be trying to be rapping?
Yeah.
Or you're 40 years old and you're a doctor and you're like, oh, I want to be a lawyer now.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. Like, are you too old?
Yeah. You want to lead or?
Okay.
Yeah, you lead. I'm interested to see what you have to say, being that you're younger than me.
Okay, and another one that I want to touch on is, so let's give an example, like rappers, like are they too old to be still putting out music? So like a Jay, does he has an expiration? Okay, so I'll start there.
Okay, with famous like Jay-Z, that type of.
No, so it could be. All right, let me do both. Okay.
Yeah,
so Jay, right? Like anybody like that in the industry, are they too old to be making music?
You know what? All right, let's backtrack. Let's start with regular people.
Okay.
Because that's kind of complex. So let's
and that's why I'll do both.
All right.
Regular people, I'm going to say that no, you're not ever too old. I don't believe there's a time frame or an expiration. Though I can understand why some people do, because like real life happens. People have children and real responsibilities. So like at the end of the day, like when you were 20 years old and you were chasing your dreams and no money was coming in from it, if you're 40, you're still doing it and no money's coming in from it. If you don't have another source of income, that 100% is an issue.
Yeah. 100%. I 100% agree with you there. Okay, now you saying any age. So you saying if my almost 70-year-old father decided to rap and take it seriously, like, yo, I want to get into this industry, what would be your advice to him? Like, it might be too late. Or, you know? What you think?
Okay, all right, so all right, and here's another thing. Rap, we think about rap and we think like it's a limit on that, but you can't tell me if he wanted to sing jazz at 70, would that be an issue? No, it wouldn't be an issue.
It'll be praised.
Absolutely. So if your dad wanted to, right, I'll be like, I was about to say his name and everything. Dang, can't be exposing people like this. All right, I'll be like, I would support it. I 100%. Rapping, I probably would think it was funny, honestly. Probably have to write his rhymes from that shit. But yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, and he's retired.
Yeah.
So I think if he wanted to just do that as a hobby, I think that's great because everybody needs, things to do. Yeah. But even if he said, yo, I want to fucking make it in the industry, sure. You think that's what you want to do and you think you can make it, go for it. Yeah, I'm not one to ever say anyone can't do anything. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think I don't think you can really put an expiration date on anything unless you're not physically capable. You know what I'm saying? That if you want to become, if you want to say, I want to be in the NBA and you're 40 years old, that's a far-fetched dream. You know what I'm saying? Just because of conditioning, your body deteriorate over the years. So those type of things, you know, obviously it may not happen. Now, as far as somebody being a doctor and wanting to switch over and be a lawyer, like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Like, if you lose,
yes, what?
Yes, yes, you can do it.
Oh,
yeah. Like, if you just imagine at 40 or at 50, you're a doctor and you lose your passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why continue on and being sad when you know, like, oh shit, I want to be a lawyer now. You know what I'm saying? Just do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I feel like humans, period, like, you look at a 60-year-old now and like, damn, you look good as shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're not aging how we used to age. When my grandmother was 60, she looked 60. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm seeing these women out here that's 60. They look like they 40 years old. They move like they 40. It's just a different, I think things are changing. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like rap, I just don't think it's a cap on rap. Now, to be a superstar in this world, I do believe that youth will always win because there's just so much many more people tuned in to like your thing. If you're 21 and you pop, you got millions and millions and millions and millions of 21-year-olds up to, 40 or such and such. With hip hop, I think with hip hop, it's more of a young man sport. So it's kind of cooler when you're younger. You know what I'm saying? So being 40, it'd be hard to grab them 21-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just out here doing outlandish shit. But being a 40-year-old rapping, you can have your own pocket. It's okay to have 500,000 fans and sell merch to them and do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
are you talking about just beginning or like
talking about
being 40 years old and like you've been in the game?
I'm talking about just starting.
Just starting at 40?
Yeah, I'm talking about like just start. If just imagine.
Do you know anybody?
No, but just think. If you have a certain skill set, like say you 40 years old and a motherfucker rap like Kendrick and make songs like Kendrick, I don't see him missing. Like it's gonna be hard as fuck to miss.
Okay. Now
and on the flip side, if you 40 years old, or even I'll take it back to the 70-year-old man thing, like the internet is so wide open. I feel like if my dad got on Facebook and made a rap, that shit could go viral and he can become bigger than a lot of people. It might be a flash in the pan, but it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you can't limit yourself on anything. You can go ahead and make your point about the, I think, 40-year-old rapper.
Yeah. So as far as like people going viral, of course, like anybody can do that.
That's always
any
a factor,
age.
like a wild card.
But as far as like, am I going to listen to that album or whatever? Like things that can sustain this popularity.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who entered the game at 40 or whatever and then is diving.
Okay, so you saying all right, so you all right, hold on. So
how you want?
All right, no. I want to be clear. I want to be clear. So you saying enter the game like just fresh, like never rapped before. Is that what you mean?
So it was like...
So like never picked up a pen and never ever tried to do it before?
No, enter the game. So that's why I asked you if they just entered the game at 40 or if they were like, they've been in the game and now they're 40 still putting that music.
Oh, no. Yeah, I definitely think you can come in the game at 40 years old now.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's Benny and them niggas. Benny
was not no 40.
Benny got on at like 36.
That's not 40.
You not that far from 40.
You say it all the time. You are not 30. Like,
but this, I mean, like, what's the difference between? Okay, so if you saying if Benny being as hot as he is,
and
right?
them niggas are exceptions.
Why?
You know that.
Why?
Tell me who else has done it.
All right, but just look at their style. They rap like niggas from the 90s. So I would think it would be harder for them to break through. They don't rap like niggas do today.
They not mainstream. Them the people who know them are older people. They not mainstream. I never even heard of them before.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's gonna be hard for them to get 21-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? But they was signed to Eminem. Like they got a Rock Nation deal. Them niggas is making mad money.
How long was they rapping though before? How long was they in the game, like playing the field and like making these connections?
That's what I'm saying. They've been rapping for a really long time.
So you're not saying that. I said a 40-year-old who's entering the industry at 40, but you just said they.
I mean, why? I don't understand what the difference would be. If you 40 years old and you hit the studio and you get a hit song and nobody know how old you are, it's like I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought Pop Smoke was 40 years old when I heard Welcome to the Party. I swear to God. I didn't know Pop Smoke was a kid until he passed away. I didn't see him until he passed away.
Really?
I didn't see the nigga until he passed away. But it's like, and rest in peace, Pop Smoke. But like, you know, I wasn't tuned in, but I knew the record. Welcome to the Party. Like when I heard that shit, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? He sound like 50 Cent. This nigga old as shit and he hit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt about Pop Smoke. But then when I saw him, I'm like, okay, I understand. But like, I'm just saying, if a nigga 40 and a nigga just put a record out and that shit hot, what's gonna stop it? Like, what you think people gonna listen to it? Like, man, how old is this nigga?
Listen, I can hear you saying you talking this hot shit, but if it were, I'm sure 40-year-olds put music out, they don't pop probably because of their age.
But pop at a certain level, but you can sustain a lifestyle at 40 with 30,000 fans. That's a small.
I don't know. I asked very specific questions. I said into the industry, and you just taking it other places.
Because when you say the industry is like dead because so many people making money outside of the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need a record label to pop. There's so many niggas out here making hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars. So that's what I'm saying. Like the internet spread this shit out. So I just say, if this was 10 years ago, I would say it's a bad idea to rap at 40.
I just want you to know that when you told me, you said, go ahead, make your point. Mm-hmm. And then I went to talk and you started talking again. I had a very good point. Now I forgot. So you won't get that. Listeners, you will not get that very good point. Thank you.
My bad. Yeah.
I should have wrote it down.
You should have wrote it down. You got your little pen and pad over there.
Yes.
All right. Was there anything else to that? You want to dig into?
Oh, I remember.
What?
It was about you saying like if somebody like made music like Kendrick and put out a song like Kendrick, you don't see him missing, right? Now, do you recall probably like last month we listened to Cole and you said, "This wasn't Cole. This was not." Different. Get the fuck out of here! Hold on. Let me tell the people. Go ahead. If this wasn't Cole, this shit would not be going. Like, this shit is not even hot. So
No. All right, let me explain myself. I didn't say it was hot. No. All right. This holds your point. Remember your point. Because you making me sound crazy. I think J. Cole is fire. I think J. Cole raps with an older style. So if J. Cole coming out with a song like, I forgot what song we just listened to. Everything coming around, going full circle. And it was that song. If that song dropped and it wasn't J. Cole when he didn't have his fan base that been rocking with him for years, that shit would not go.
Okay, my point wasn't about Cole. My point wasn't to put you on the spot. About, you said this about Cole.
But all right, let me just finish this point. There is a big age discrepancy between Cole and Kendrick. Also, and Kendrick rap like a young nigga.
How old are they?
Cole my age.
And how old is Kendrick?
Kendrick probably like 30. How old is Drake? 30. He might be 32.
Yeah, he's 32.
So 5 years in the music business that's a long time. Kendrick might be 30, 31. So yeah. But to my point is Kendrick got a more youthful style, is what I'm saying. Like Kendrick can make different type of records. He can make melodic records. He can do all that type of stuff. You feel me? You Googling it? How old is he?
got nothing else to say because every time I try to say something, you want to cut me off. Go ahead, yo.
Are you texting and Googling?
I'm a Googler. Google me, baby.
All right, so next topic?
Yes.
Okay. Next topic is, would you sacrifice or compromise your art or your beliefs
You straight gassed it, yo.
for the sake of exposure?
They got 1 year difference.
Who? Cole and Kendrick?
Yo, you a gasser, bro.
Kendrick not that old. No, like do a
A year and a half.
No.
A year and a half.
So Kendrick is 36 years old?
Cole is 35. Kendrick is 34. I mean 33.
Oh, so Cole not as old as I thought he was.
Yeah, man.
All right, but yeah. Whatever. Introduce the next topic, yo.
You tripping. All right. Would you sacrifice or compromise your art?
No. All right, go ahead.
Would you sacrifice or compromise your art or your beliefs for the sake of exposure or recognition?
Will I sacrifice? Can you repeat it one more time? Just so I can take it all the way in.
Would you sacrifice or compromise your art or your beliefs for the sake of exposure or recognition?
I'll see. I would.
Okay.
I've done it before.
Are artists, true artists,
Mm-hmm.
will true artists compromise on their work?
No. I would say no.
You're not a true artist?
No. I wouldn't say in that sense because I do heavily believe in like the business world and the business of art. I know true artists that just won't sell a painting. They're like, yo, this is my soul, bro, and I can't sell it because I feel like I know people like that, you know what I'm saying? So for monetary gain, I believe you gotta compromise when it comes with art because art is really such a soulful type thing.
How is that compromising?
Compromising?
It's not compromising if it's something that, all right. If you have these expectations, so what expectations are you going in on it when
as
you
a pure
say
artist?
So you believe that pure artists can't sell their creations for monetary gain?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the pure artists that I do know rarely ever make it far because the business get in the way. Like the business of it. Mm-hmm. Like it's okay. I draw a picture and some white man come and tell me like that picture is worth $100. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see an artist without any food or anything on their table and unable to know where their next meal coming from and say, get the fuck out of my apartment.
Because
you know what
it's
I'm
worth more than that.
To them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like in a sense of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't see a lot of
Well, what about the music? What about music? Or writers?
I don't think people knowingly get into those situations. Once again, I think that it's come with just not understanding the business. Like a motherfucker like Prince is a pure motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Prince. Super pure, you know what I'm saying? I think he got into the industry not understanding exactly what it was, you know what I'm saying? I think Prince just wanted to make music. And a lot of money came on top of it. And when he, quote, winded the business, he like, oh no, I want out of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Changed his name. It said like the industry is fucked up and all that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And it come with just like different type of things, like what type of songs you record, you know what I'm saying? I can't see like somebody like Prince, I can't see a record head coming to Prince and like, oh, we need this type of song. And then Prince going to the studio and telling his band like, okay, we gotta make this because they want us to make this. Prince gonna make what's on his heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So would you sacrifice or compromise?
Yes. And I think more so for exposure, not necessarily for, I would compromise for exposure more so than like a monetary game, even though the monetary game comes with exposure.
Okay.
Like when I started like doing videos, and people started asking me to do videos, and I was doing videos for smaller artists, I would actively look for artists that was big in my city and do free videos for them. You know what I'm saying? In exchange for them posting that video and having my name attached to it, which brings more exposure and more, light to my name. So in that sense, I've done that.
Okay, so myself, as far as like artists compromising their art, I believe that I don't think that just because if you sell something or like for lesser value than you believe it's worth, I don't know if that's sacrificing or compromising, because you can also have, though your dream may to be an artist, you can also have another dream to be rich. So you have two dreams.
It's the balance.
Yeah.
It's the balance.
And would I sacrifice or compromise my art for the beliefs of the sake of exposure and recognition? All right, so my poetry and my writings.
Can I paint a picture real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so boom. You writing a book, right? So you turn in a book to somebody, right? You go to a publishing house, and you turn in it, even though you got your own shit, you got your own publishing, I mean, like, you lit. So, but if you was to work outside of your own self, and you turned it into some white person, right? And they read the book and they like, yo, I fucking love this book.
I love it.
But can we add in a white character, this, a white family, and have this family and this, like manipulate the story just a little bit? It's not true, but we just want to manipulate the story and just add some white people so it can be more mainstream and we can sell it to black and white people. Are you willing to do that for a dollar amount?
Yes. I mean, and it's not only for the dollar amount, it's just for like if I have a job or whatever, and like my job is to deliver this book to the publishing company, I'm not like emotionally attached to my
I'm talking about you're writing the book that you're working on right now, which is a personal book. Would you add white people into a chapter to sell books?
Yes, because they could be easily written into that. And that's why, like, for me, I can make shit up. Like, though it is like personal, I manipulate certain things within that book. And sure, you want this white person, like, it's going to be written in my way or whatever. And the white people could, sure, they be my fucking neighbors. Like, like I can manipulate. I'm that good of a writer, though. I feel that I can manipulate it, like, where they're not going to dominate the book. Like, you know what I mean? So even though, like, this fucking white publisher wants white people to be in my book, y'all motherfuckers gonna know black. This is about black people. A black bitch or black woman wrote this shit.
All right, so let's step outside of art. Because, I mean, I felt like that was a tough one until you just explained it like that. In that sense, it kind of don't take away from anything from the book. It just adds your creativity to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's say we had the book signing, like we had a book release, and you got managers and everybody. Like, okay, this person's gonna be here, this person's gonna be here, and we need you. You come out in a nice little African type attire, and they like, oh no, you can't wear that. There's gonna be a lot of white people out there.
That'd be an issue for me.
Okay.
I
just want to see where you stand.
Yeah, so like I don't wear like, African attire at all, but like it's pretty to me. So like maybe one day I will. Sometimes I wear head scarves or whatever, head wraps. But if I wanted to wear a fucking head wrap and do my edges or whatever, and that's how I wanted to present myself during like a book signing, that's how the fuck I'm gonna wear my hair. Fact. But that's why I think the beauty of like what I'm gonna be doing, like self-publishing, doing everything on my own. So nobody can tell me, what to do.
It's all your ideas, all your story,
But like, I'm not like extremely prideful and like, don't tell me what to do. I'm not that person. So like when it boils down to it, if I was in a situation like that and something like when it comes to being black, no, I wouldn't be able to move on that, because this is me. This is like, you see me, you don't get no other errand before anything. Like, I'm black. I'm a black woman before anything. So other than that, you can tell me to do anything. Like, I'm with whatever. Like, if I think it's gonna be beneficial. Yeah.
My biggest issue is dealing with people who are money people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no issues with changing things if it's like a collaboration. If another creative come to me and like, yo, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. But when it's a money person, and like, I'm business savvy myself, so I'm not like no, you know, like this strictly artist type person. So when it comes to those type of decisions, that's hard for me. For
what do you mean?
Business. So say so say I make a song, right? And Pharrell come to me and Pharrell's like, yo, I don't like that snare drum. You should change the snare drum. You make the snare drum hit like this, or like, I mean, you should pop out the chorus. You say this in the chorus. Versus the head of I don't know, I'm just making this up, the head of Columbia Records, who's some rich white man.
They have no place giving you that advice.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's this tough, almost like abusing power type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just not knowing, just like, okay, yeah, I don't like this, so you should do this, coming from an 80-year-old white man who don't understand the culture.
Yeah. So it's two things for me. Like, because I've shared like my writings before. I have to be open to any advice. I have to be asking for like you to give me some constructive criticism. Yeah. If I don't ask you, please do not offer, especially something I wrote. Like, because sometimes like I write some things, like I might write something about my dead brother. Who the fuck is anybody? Anybody? I'm getting hyped right now because somebody tried to tell me some shit about like a poem I wrote before, and it was like, you should do. Yeah, bro, that shit's crazy. You don't do that shit. Like, for real. I'm sorry.
I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah, but like, if I have to be open to that constructive criticism, but also you gotta be like, you gotta be on my level. Not even on my level. You gotta be in a position to give me some sort of advice. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. You can't give me no advice. Just like,
Nah, I feel that 100%. 100%.
Okay, you have something else to say? Okay.
Nah, we pretty much covered that one.
Nah, but another like example I have on here is like women sacrificing their bodies or like their beliefs in order to be with like a man based on if he's gonna take care of them, or for like exposure if she like is just like out there, like, you know,
as far as what?
Think of a rich man. If a woman is like fucked up.
Oh, like fucking for not for a check, but for like exposure. Fucking for fame?
For that, or to be taken care of.
Agreeing with it? Do I agree with? I agree with it.
No, I'm saying like that's another example.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah. But the first thing that popped in my head was, I don't think she meant to do it, but Kim Kardashian and Ray J, like, I don't think she'll take that back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, come on, you lit. You know what I mean? Like, you was Brandy fucking.
Now stylist. That's something that I wouldn't be able to do. Like, with a man, I wouldn't be able to sacrifice, like, because at the end of the day, like, how I feel about my body when it comes to sex, I can't, like, and I know I'm not like typical when it comes to it, but if I'm not emotionally attached, like, I'm not interested. So like, I can't imagine like being in a room with someone, like, and laying down with someone every night and just like not truly loving them.
Yeah.
And like I know like a lot of women they do sacrifice or compromise, like, oh, I don't really love this man, I don't fuck with him like that, or he has these qualities, but he's doing this.
So you speaking on a lower level, like right now, like just a woman in the street that's fucking with, like, say a nigga.
No, I'm speaking on any level when it comes to women not having a sort of relationship with a man that like is genuine. But like just doing things just because like they may want money, they may want recognition, anything. Yeah. But like I'll make this sacrifice to I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. I wouldn't knock nobody that do it, but that is a tough, like, I'm not knocking
them.
That's a tough. Yeah, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that's just a tough. There's a lot of that shit that that. Sad to say, that shit is becoming like the culture, kind of.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's a whole topic that I have. Yeah. But just me personally, it's really no knock to people. Like whatever floats your motherfucking boat. Like I'm not in a bedroom with you, like none of that. But me personally, I would be so like upset because like, God, I gotta deal with you. Yeah. I gotta deal with you. I don't even like you. Yeah. And you're in my motherfucking face. Yeah. Yeah. Like imagine that. Imagine somebody trying to kiss up on me and I'm like, what the, imagine.
Yeah. That shit. Well, some people like money that much. Some people it's, I don't know, if you don't have an end game in that shit, I think it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think it's a problem if the person is doing it doesn't think it's a problem. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, you need an end game. You can't just be going in circles with that shit.
Okie doke.
All right, so let's get to the. How many more we got?
That's it. One more.
All right, let's go. Let's get it.
All right, you want to introduce this?
No, you can introduce it.
Okay. All right, so. People feeling the need for friends, family, and social media followers to support them when trying to start something new.
Okay, okay. I see this a lot. All right, let me start this off with my stance on this. I've been putting out content since I was maybe 25 years old. Probably started. First time I put out content and people seeing me doing something. And my mindset with that was always like, I never expected people that was close to me to support me. Like, it's not y'all job to say, oh, look, such and such doing this, so now we got to repost them and we got to push them. We got to like, because I just always felt like, all right, if the shoe's on the other foot and my homie got a raise at work, am I going shouting on social media like, oh, my man has got a raise at work, or let's help my man get a raise at work. Let's write good reviews at his job so he can get a raise for work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just don't understand. I think it's a thing with creators where they feel like I'm putting this shit out and I'm doing it for y'all, so y'all should support me. And I think that's bullshit.
If you worked at a job and my reviews could get you a raise, I'm writing a review every time. Okay.
But would you go out your way?
Is it ever going out of your way if you gotta press a button? That's all you gotta do nowadays. So support is not going out of your way in today's age. You press a button.
So you think
it's not much. Now, are you entitled to it? No, absolutely not. But I feel as though your people, like those are people who you like, who are supposed to rally like around you. I think so. That's what I feel.
No. I don't think anybody owe you anything.
I
think with that, it's like I don't even mean to cut you off, but you can have that false sense of like, what if you ass? Like, what if you trash at something and your family's just like, oh yeah, they're rooting you on. You know what I'm saying?
No, they should tell you. But I'm not saying that people should be entitled. I'm saying me, because you gave an example. If somebody's at work and they get reviews, they'll get a raise, I'm going to do it. Just as the same as my friends or family members who's trying to do something artistically, and I can do something like write a review or like post them if I had a social media like that. I'm going to do it because it takes nothing, one, and two, like, I'm supportive of my people. Now, do they have to do it for me? Do I expect that in return? No, but that is somebody who I am. I will do it.
More outside of the realm of you actually doing the action, do you think it's right for the person that's putting out the content saying support me gets mad when nobody supports them?
No, I just say you can't expect it.
All right, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm not talking about the actual support. I'm talking about like a motherfucker getting mad. A motherfucker putting out a piece of content and that shit getting 3 or 4 likes. And all right, let me just get a little deep real quick. Okay, this is for creators. This is for y'all, creators. Okay, you can't get mad at your family or your friends and all the people that follow you on social media when you put out content. One, because this shit is an algorithm. And what that means is when you put out content, everybody don't see it. It shows it to a certain amount of your followers.
That's a good point to make.
Yeah. And if those amount of followers like it and see it, it'll spread to more of your followers. If you want people to see your content, you got to do ads. You got to make ads. You got to pay to play now. That's one. Two, your content might not be so great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be the best rapper in the world, rap your ass off, but you probably got a cheesy video that you put out, and it just don't match. And people not wanting. I'm not putting that shit on my page, bro. That shit don't look good. I don't want that shit on my page, so I'm not going to support that. Now you go shoot a better video, and I'll put it on my page. You know what I'm saying? No, because I see a lot of people and people that DM me like, yo, bro, throw this up. No, I'm not throwing that joint up. It's not, no. I'm not throwing it up. We got to understand that.
You on here talking spicy.
No, for real, because you got to pay to play nowadays. Like, you got to pay to play. You want your shit to be seen, run an ad. Run a YouTube ad. Have your shit rolling before 42 Dugout shit come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on. Have your shit rolling before, if you got a podcast, have your podcast, pay for an ad to have that shit rolling before such and such. Come on. Like, when we put out these clips on the internet, I'm not like, oh man, you better support me. That's just me. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this shit out. This to build up the muscle memory. So when it's time for me to run these ads, I know what works and what don't work. You know what I'm saying? What content work? If I get 3 people that comment on the shit, oh, that shit can go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If I get more people, oh, that shit can go somewhere. Like, so it's just like, y'all can't really be in y'all feelings if y'all put out content and people not supporting it. One, because they probably don't see it. Once again, because Facebook is throttling your shit because y'all not paying money for y'all ads. So they just showing y'all shit. If you got 100 followers, this is how it's work. I'm gonna break it down real quick. This is gonna be quick. Okay, so if you got 100 followers and you put out a piece of content, Facebook shows it to 15 people. 15. And if those 15 people really like your content and they like it and they content and they like it and they comment, they'll show it to another 10. And if those 10 people, they might open up to 30. But you're never going to get it to 100 people unless you run ads. So y'all can't be coming out here getting mad at people for not supporting y'all. And y'all put up a post the next week, man, nobody support me and fuck y'all. I mean, y'all supposed to be riding with them. That shit is nuts. You sound nuts. You need to learn the game a little more. And there's no disrespect to nobody. That's just like a little bit of free game.
Okay. I don't feel like anybody is entitled to anything. Like, children are entitled to be taken care of by their parents. Mm-hmm. That's as far as it goes. Like, I don't think people are entitled to much, despite what popular belief. Mm-hmm. As far as if you said something was like whack and like somebody put something out, me, if that's my friend,
you won't post it.
I'm gonna tell them.
All right,
okay,
but would you post it?
What you looking at just now?
Would you? No, I mean,
just
what you
look again so I know what you.
Wait, I didn't look at
that. You a fucker. All right, listen. All right, how about this? I'll change it up. You gonna know that I'm not fit. Like, all right.
But would you post it? That's what I'm asking. If your friend put out some bullshit,
I'm gonna post anything.
You gonna post it?
I'm gonna post anything, but I still might have like a conversation saying like this ain't it. Like, if they, you know what? I'll take it back. If they don't ask me, I'm not telling them shit. Okay, I'll take all that shit back.
And that's my point,
all
though.
of it.
That's
if nobody asks me, I'm not telling them.
That's
but
I'm
going to repost.
But that's my point, though. Like, people be having false hope. Like, I mean, if your shit ain't hitting, and everybody that you love posting that shit, like, what is that? Like, you.
So what? Like, no, I
don't
do.
Give them room to approve. It don't do nothing.
Then they could go. They can come and ask for advice. If you starting something, you're supposed to be open to constructive criticism. Yeah. So that point right there, if they're not expanding and getting better, it's because they weren't open to constructive criticism. They wasn't gonna make it anyway. Yeah. That's on them.
My thought process with this shit is like, if I'm putting out content, I'm not looking for my family and my friends to support it at all. I'm kind of trying to like bypass my family and friends and get to people that's outside that don't know me, so I can really know if this shit hit or not. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a piece of content in today's climate, I'll run an ad in Chicago, LA, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what this shit do in those areas. And if that shit come back good, then I'll move Jersey, New York, might do Delaware. You know what I'm saying? If that shit do good, then all right, boom. Let this shit fly in Philly. Like, I don't think having something and pushing that shit out to your friends is just like the best way to go.
No, I understand that. Like, not like, wanting other people's what's the fucking word?
Approval?
Not approval. Mm-hmm. Like, wanting other people's opinion on it. I do understand that. Mm-hmm. But if I'm aware, if you're aware of some shit I got going, you're my best friend, my sister, my brother, and I'm on social media and I drop a book, they don't purchase it, they don't repost the post that I made, they don't talk about it, nothing. Personally, I'm gonna be feeling away. And that's that.
Yeah, I understand that shit too. I understand that too. I'm speaking more so to people who don't have influence, because if you're a young nigga and you in your neighborhood and you made a song and you got 1 million homies and y'all in the video doing y'all shit, then like, that's a cultural type thing. You can go viral that way. I'm talking about people that just got like a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you selling t-shirts or some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have like a big influence within your city, I don't think, or you don't have a family that's going to push your shit through the roof, like,
I don't know how I feel about like thing like t-shirts. Like, if I feel like where I was thinking like more so like artistically, like something like I know like it's like soulful kind of.
Something that you can connect to.
Yeah, like something like if I know like my sister just spent like a whole year writing a book, like I'm gonna not buy it. I'm gonna not buy a $20 book. I talk shit on Twitter all day. I'ma not post the book.
Yeah, no, and I can understand why some people will feel some type of way, but I don't. I just don't understand it. It's hard for me. It'll be hard for me to put out some shit and people don't like. I mean, like, that's their prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta support what the fuck I got going on. I'm gonna get my shit seen anyway, either way. And most people don't. I think the danger in that is you can go into a cycle where, or not a cycle at all. You could quit. You can put some shit out and your friends don't support you and you quit.
I would never quit because of it, but I would be and I don't want to say expect, but it would be lovely. It would be beautiful because like, especially my family's so close knit, like how I'm gonna put something out and like, if I talk to my sister every day and it not be like a thing of support, I'm gonna be looking at her crazy because like I support like my immediates in everything that they do. You know, I go above and beyond for my people. Like I'm extra. And on top of that, if I boom, who the fuck gonna be the very people on my face?
But fuck out of here. That's how the game go though.
And that's what I'm not with. I'm not with that shit.
It's always the strangers that support you first.
And that's fine too. They can support me, but what I'm saying is they better at least saying, yo, I see what you're doing. Congratulations. Like, I need some sort of something. Somebody better say something.
I guess so.
Somebody better say something. Y'all hear that, bitches? Y'all hear that, people? Somebody better say something. I'm out here. I'm fucking putting out money and I'm grinding and shit. And fucking the first month or say the first year, we're like, what the fuck is... thought I'd addressed it. Like, what the fuck is that?
People be looking crazy to me. So, I mean, like, would this be an internal thing or you lash out on social media?
No, I would never like say anything, but I would be like, dang, like my sister. I keep saying my sister, like I have no beef with my sister.
Yeah.
I would be like, dang, my sister didn't even like acknowledge that that's a huge accomplishment.
All right, so
could you imagine?
So from that point, so you put something out and your family and nobody supports you.
All right.
Would you stop?
Let's go further. I write this book that took me years to make.
But your efforts
don't
really mean anything to people.
Be quiet. Write this book, right? Have a book release.
Did you say be quiet? All right, go ahead. I'll give you a pass.
Have a book release, right? And then on social media, let's say I'm on social media, quiet, crickets. And then the book Metro motherfucking boom. And then hear these motherfuckers out. Did I say they didn't come to the books? That wouldn't be crazy.
No, that's how it go.
My people's not coming to my...
That's how this works.
Nah, I can't. I can't imagine something like that happen to me. Like I said...
I just don't think you'll ever find anybody with a success story that said,
I can't even imagine you going through something like that. And you're saying this. Like, if some...
But that's... I mean, I understand. That's just how... That's how it is.
But you don't have the... I think there's a disconnect because, like, when you put something on your social media, like, don't people show love? Don't you see people in the street and they show love? So I don't really know if you say this because like it's a disconnect or if like
I have a lot of strangers on my social media that show love. I mean, I got people that fuck with me that show love too. I mean, but I'm just not looking for people to push my thing.
Okay, so even if you're not looking to them to do this, doesn't it mean something if somebody hits your phone like, yo, yeah, like I was talking, you having a conversation like, oh shit, they were still listening. Like they bring up a topic we talking about on the podcast, like that shit, like that, and that's what I'm talking about.
100%, yeah, it do mean something.
And that's what I'm talking about.
But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't get mad and go on social media and say, yo, y'all fake, y'all this and that, and that's what this is about.
Who did this? Because you
no, I see this shit every single fucking. You'd be surprised because you're not on social media. If you go on social media and you see a girl that just started a clothing line. And she posts her fucking shirts, and then a week go and nobody liking her shit. Y'all bitches fake. That's how his shit is.
Okay,
like,
no,
people don't have the like. Yo, you gotta rumble out this joint. You gotta push this shit.
Your own thing.
Because a lot of times when people get like that, they'll stop. And if that's your mentality, okay, I put something out, they don't like it. I lash out. what type of cycle is that?
Yeah.
You're going to fail more than you succeed. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably not going to make it out here if that's your way of doing this.
Right. I don't want you to think that, like, or anybody for this matter to think that, like, that's what I would do. I'm just saying, like, if I put something out, I'm an individualist at the end of the day. You know how it's me and this bitch, I'm going to make it happen for myself. All I'm saying is it'll be beautiful, beautiful world if my family, friends, not even friends so much as friends, but my family and how we are, yes, I would love, and I'm not saying I need it, but it would be great that did happen. And I just can't see it not happening.
And
I truly can't.
And I think in any case, it will be beautiful. Like, I'm blessed enough to have friends and family that support me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super blessed. But I do understand that in the grand scheme of things, they really don't matter.
Like, no. All right, so say about this. Say if you had a birthday party, right? All right. Your 30th, right? You had a birthday party. Everybody came out, right? Say if you had a 30th birthday party and nobody came out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. 16-year-old boy shot, listening critical condition. That shit gotta stop. But yeah, yeah.
You don't think you'd be affected?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be affected.
Now,
but that's a much more physical, like, embarrassing type thing.
No,
I don't think
like,
to me that would be embarrassing. Like, I come to my party and it's y'all know y'all invited 50 people and 10 people show up. I would feel more embarrassed. Like, it would be like, that's a more physical thing. Like, I think putting out content is like, I think once you put out content for so long, you understand, like, oh, shit miss sometime. Everybody's not going to support your shit. Everything is not good. I think we go in our head, like, okay, I made this shit and once I put it out, it's going to explode. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case.
Yeah.
I go into situations like, okay, this might not work. Put it out.
No, absolutely.
And it relieves me of, like, all the bullshit. So when people do start to react to it, I'm like, okay, boom, boom. More of this. We need more of this. If I put out a piece of content, people don't lie. So that's why I don't think you need your family members lying to you, because you're going to keep putting out bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If I put something out and people are not reacting to it, I know, oh, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But if I put something out and people reacting to it, that's it.
I don't know. I'm just a little bit different. I'm just not going to ever be one to put out bullshit, though. Like,
you never know. You just never know.
I'm stamping it.
Yeah.
I'm stamping it. Like, for real. Like, I'm an over critiquer of myself.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna critique me like I do.
That's a fact.
And I'm open for constructive.
All right.
Wait.
Go ahead. You gonna get it out.
You are not. I'm open for constructive criticism. I've been tripping over that. I'm open to constructive criticism. Yeah. So I don't think, like, that would be an issue, because, like, I would go to people like, how is this? Before I even present it to, like, the whole world. Like, that's.
Okay, and that's a great point. What I tell artists, when I get with artists and I'm really fucking with an artist, I tell them to start, like, a email list of, like, 10 people that you know, like, love music. Or if it's that's what you're doing, if it's music, find 10 people that you know love music. If you're an artist, find 10 people that you know that love art. Before you launch this thing that you're gonna put out, put it in that email list. Send it to them. See how they feel about it. Boom, boom, boom. And then you can get a critique. I mean, you can understand, like, okay, you can understand your audience better. So now if you get a 10 out of 10, okay, I'm going to let this go to, you know, I'm going to put this out. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to be more business minded. I think sometimes we just shoot off the hip. I got a song, I'm putting that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like we gotta have people critique our shit. And I'm not saying that we got to.
I think you do.
We should. You should do it.
It's
you know
a part of like development. It's a part of growth.
Exactly. And it's good business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to take something to market that you don't even know is good. You can get a million things like with the idea in your head, you can have the idea of making a fucking elephant with a pink hat and put on a shirt. Just imagine you spend $10,000 buying that elephant. I mean, spending on that elephant with a pink hat and put on a shirt, and nobody wants that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, put you together a group of people that's into fashion that understand that world. Send it to them, and if they say no, save you $10,000. Make another idea. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. We got to be more cautious with art and with what we want to do.
And that's why I think you make another point when you say this list and who's ever into whatever it is. I think that's my family for me. Like we into this. So yeah. So I presented this to you.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, for sure.
Because that's gonna honestly be the first people before anybody. They'll like at least like have a preview.
And that can help with the problem of putting out on social media and them not sharing it. If you send it to them before you put it on social media, you know?
Wait. Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Come on. We at an hour.
Are we?
Are we out of topics? Yeah, we had an hour.
That's it.
All right. Yeah. Let's wrap this one up.
But y'all motherfuckers better support.
Yeah, support. And we appreciate the support. We appreciate the support once again on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all the things. I'll talk bitch shit about ads. We about to really like kick this up to the next level and start running ads and really take this podcast to the next level.
Yes.
Like I said, in the description is a link to the We Differ shop.
Yes.
I'll be updating that a lot.
It looks really good, man.
It. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It really good. And I'm a look, what am I? I'm a tough ass critic. I really am of everything.
Yeah, I think the first time I put it together, you told me it was trash.
That did not happen. But if it I probably like me, if I don't say like, oh my God, that's really good, I probably think it's trash. Like so if I don't say much, I'm thinking it's bad. But also you gotta know your people or whatever. But tough critic, and that website looks really good. You did a good job.
Thank you. Link in the description, link in the bio. Support if you can. If you can't, we'll catch you next time. And this was the We Differ podcast. I'm your host, Sean.
Wait, let me say something
alongside
else.
My beautiful, lovely, amazing co-host Eve. What's up?
You support. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But if you don't, we're gonna make it either way.
Either way.
Talk my shit again. Even if I don't get it hit again, no dog. Are you fucking kidding?
About it. You heard me. Ain't no doubt about it.
All right.
Yeah, we out.
Peace. Time. You was making me lose my points and everything. I don't know why I had this right here. I ain't take no notes.